Hey.
Hey there. So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Oh, you know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you.
Oh. Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it, sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ.
The game industry is full of incredibly passionate and talented people. People that make up some of our favorite development and publishing studios. One of those studios being Devolver Digital, who's responsible for some truly incredible games such as Hotline Miami, Enter the Gungeon, Katana Zero, and My Friend Pedro. Devolver Digital is also a company that has a pretty great sense of humor. They're known for openly mocking the status quo in the gaming industry, as can be seen here in their E3 press conference.
We are calling it Devolver Digital Earliest Access, and we think it will be a revolutionary way to hastily rush unfinished game content out to consumers.
They also come up with some very creative and fun ideas for game releases, such as Devolver Bootleg. Devolver Bootleg is a compilation of their games, so instead of getting Hotline Miami, you'll be playing Hotline Milwaukee. Why would you want to play Enter the Gungeon when you could play Enter the Gun Dungeon? Then we have CD Projekt Red, who's become my favorite development studio over the last couple of years, and that's not just because they released my favorite game of all time, The Witcher 3, but it does have something to do with it. I love The Witcher. But CD Projekt Red also continues to show respect for their customers and for their fans. CD Projekt Red runs what is probably the most consumer-friendly online retailer of games, GOG.com, and they also offer incredible value when you pre-order their games. Just look at the collector's edition for their upcoming release, Cyberpunk 2077. They're not only distancing themselves from practices of companies like Ubisoft, who have 15 different types of pre-order bundles that you need a fucking spreadsheet in order to figure out which copy that you're supposed to buy to get this or to get that in the game. CD Projekt Red also includes a ton of really cool physical items like statues, steelbooks, and pin sets. While these items are not the most important thing in the world, they really do show that CD Projekt Red cares about how they release their games, not only in terms of the game quality, but also what comes with that game. And they want to make sure that they're giving their customers all of the value for their money. Companies like Devolver Digital and CD Projekt Red show that not every company sees their customers like pay pigs who they can just take advantage of and not have to worry about them getting upset about being given mediocre and lackluster products. Companies like Electronic Arts, Activision Blizzard, and Bethesda have made a reputation for themselves with their anti-consumer practices.
Well, first, we don't call them loot boxes. I think that was
whatever term you wish to apply to them. Do you consider them ethical?
So what we look at as surprise mechanics.
And being okay with putting out unpolished, unfinished garbage. Unfortunately, in today's world, when you hear a story of a customer being screwed over by a company, the response is usually, well, that's not really surprising. But has this line of thinking blinded us? Are we jumping to conclusions too quickly without examining all of the facts of a situation? Join me in today's video where we take a look at a company who has had their fair share of PR blunders in the past, and now they're being accused of stealing money from a customer and banning them from the game without giving them a refund. Not only that, but we're going to discuss what this amount of mistrust between publisher and customer can mean for the future of the gaming industry. Battlestate Games is the developer and the publisher of the popular tactical first-person shooter game, Escape from Tarkov. Tarkov is a game that has been out since early 2017. Players have been able to purchase different tiers of this game that would give them early access to it, as it's still in its alpha and beta builds. Early access games are an interesting subject. We've seen some very successful and fun games adopt the early access model, such as Darkest Dungeon, Dead Cells or Subnautica.
Get it? It's the first time you see a beautiful man inside a beautiful Seamont, and I'm gonna be your next door neighbor.
Then we have the other end of the spectrum, which is full of nothing more than shoddy asset flips that are simply trying to bite off more that they can chew, all the while misleading their customers about the progress of the games, as well as misrepresenting the amount of work that's gone into the game. Oh, that footage there? Pay no attention to that. The footage on the screen, it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I am in no way implying that Police 1013 and Day of Dragons are asset flips, nor am I implying that they're utter garbage games run by garbage people. Escape from Tarkov is certainly no asset flip. There is clearly talent and passion behind this project. You can see this from all of the work that they put into the game. They have the most in-depth and detailed weapon modding system that I've ever seen in any game. Then you can look at all of the different armor levels, armor types, ammo, and the way that they interact with each other. It's really incredible, and I'm a big fan of Escape from Tarkov. I really think it's incredible what that team has been able to do with the game so far, and I'm really looking forward to what they'll continue to do as the game goes through its life cycle. What I'm less impressed with, however, is how they handle their PR. Battlestate Games is no stranger to PR blunders, and this goes all the way back to 2017 with a YouTuber by the name of Big Fry TV. Big Fry TV is well known on YouTube for his videos covering early access games, especially tactical first-person shooters. On December 30th, Big Fry had his NDA lifted by Battlestate Games, which allowed him to create videos about Escape from Tarkov. In this video, titled My Thoughts on Escape from Tarkov, Big Fry would go on to praise the game for being very unique and for having very talented people making it.
It's unbelievably good. You know, we can say the delays and yeah, it's frustrating and we get it, like we want to play it, and it's just because we love the game. We love the style, we love what they're producing, that we want to play it, and we want to play the next patch, and when it's delayed, it just gets frustrated. But these guys are perfectionists, and I've said this multiple times in multiple videos. You can tell that they have a love for the craft, and it shows.
Of course, being someone who reviews games, he was critical where necessary, and not just of the game, but also the way in which developers relayed information to their players.
There has been a lot of frustrations in the community and with myself as well in terms of how they've handled information, the delays, and just overall, like, how we receive information. It's always a little bit vague.
Overall, though, the video was positive, and you can tell he was really excited for what the game could become. Then, a few weeks later, on January 11th, Big Fry released a video titled The Biggest Issue with Escape from Tarkov.
We've been streaming Escape from Tarkov every single night, and it's been fucking great. There are a few issues that you guys have probably noticed watching me, and I've definitely expressed my frustrations on more than one occasion. And the biggest issue regarding this project right now are the servers. The server overload in the US or North America is god-awful.
Now, there's nothing wrong with what Big Fry did here, nor do I believe that the video was created to hurt the game. He's clearly enjoying it, and he wants it to get better, but there's an issue, and he wants to address it as well as make potential buyers aware of it. Battlestate Games did not see it this way, though.
So I've been waiting on this response for the last couple days. If you guys didn't hear, the NDA had been reapplied to my account for Escape from Tarkov, so essentially I couldn't stream the game, I couldn't cover the game, and I wasn't sure if it was a mistake or not. I wanted to give Battlestate the benefit of the doubt. I just heard back now that the NDA lift has been revoked, which means I can't cover the game anymore. I can't stream the game, I can't make videos on the game, and I'm guessing this is in response to the biggest issue video that I did talking about the servers.
Battlestate, the company that reached out to Big Fry in the first place. They didn't like what he had to say about the game. They were completely fine with him covering the game and giving it free advertising and publicity, but they clearly were not ready to accept rightful and respectfully delivered criticism. This is not the only time that Battlestate Games would retaliate against a content creator, though. This is Aroctic. Aroctic is a Twitch streamer who mainly focuses on hardcore tactical and survival games. I actually found his channel while going through some Escape from Tarkov videos, so I could suck a little less at the game. Aroctic would make a couple videos that would outline in detail a data breach of the Battlestate game servers. No doubt a very serious issue. Now, how would Battlestate Games respond to this situation? Would they reach out to Aroctic and thank him for bringing this to their attention? Would they make a PR statement to let their customers and players know that they're aware of the situation and that they have it under control? Nope. Instead, they would copyright strike Aroctic's videos. And not just the videos regarding the data breach, but 47 videos. That has to be the most egregious copyright abuse that I've ever seen taken by a company towards a player. A player who's simply trying to warn other people that their data could possibly be out there and being used by hackers. Battlestate Games, being the dipshits that they are, would claim that they did this because Aroctic was spreading misinformation, which he wasn't, and they also claimed that he was generating negative hype. Well, no shit, a data leak isn't positive. Battlestate Games fundamentally misunderstands what the copyright abuse system is for, and judging by their sensitivity with Big Fry, that's not really that surprising. This leads us to our most recent situation between Battlestate Games and a player. On February 22nd, a player from the Escape from Tarkov community requested a refund of the game because it wasn't running that well on their computer. A few weeks later, the user would go on to post on Reddit that the game had been removed from their account and they'd never been given a refund. Now, this unsurprisingly blew up on Reddit. It made the rounds on not only the Tarkov subreddit, but other subreddits as well. It was becoming a big deal. Battlestate Games stealing money from a player and then stripping the game out of their library. That's some shady shit, right? Well, hang on a minute, because there's actually a lot more to this story. Battlestate Games would go on to respond by saying, "On the morning of February 28th, you've turned to the bank for a refund. The payment was canceled. Consequently, the pre-order has been canceled. After a few days, on the 3rd of March, you've asked the support section, where is your pre-order?" Then they list the date of cancellation and the reason for cancellation. Now, the player hasn't responded to this, so we're not sure if they ever did receive a refund with the chargeback, and we're not really going to know that unless the player shows proof. And of course, you have to worry about image doctoring and everything like that, so it'd have to be done on live screen format, they'd have to refresh their page, a lot would go into it, but as of right now, we still have no resolution. But why am I talking about this? Why does all of this matter? Well, viewer, you beautiful, delicious aardvark, let me tell you. Now, this is a messy situation. On one side, we have a developer with a past of abusing copyright and attempting to ban and silence those who criticize them. And on the other side, we have a player who's making some pretty serious claims without all of the evidence to prove their case to the public and the developer. Unfortunately, because of this, we'll probably never get any real resolution to this, and this video is not to say that Battlestate Games is free of any guilt. They've certainly dug their own grave when it comes to their public image, and I think this can serve as a very important reminder to other companies, especially smaller ones like Battlestate Games. Once you burn that bridge with customers, it's not something that you're going to easily live down. It's something that is going to stick with you, and it's going to continue to bite you in the ass for years to come. More people would have been willing to be on Battlestate Games' side, or to maybe look into this a little bit deeper before automatically assuming that they were doing something shady again. They have this history, and they built that themselves. On the flip side, as customers and as players, we have to ensure that we're being critical, and being critical with a purpose. We want to make sure that we're not just jumping at shadows and calling out injustice where it may not exist. It's a delicate balance, and it's one that sadly most developers and publishers seem keen on testing. Thankfully, we have companies like Devolver Digital and like CD Projekt Red who, for now at least, help show us that not every company sees us as walking wallets. They help serve as an important reminder that not all companies just exist to take advantage of their customers, which really does make me hopeful. We have these successful companies showing that their pro-consumer mentalities really pay off, and not just with customer loyalty, but also the money that they need in order to fund future products that customers, like me, look forward to buying. And we're going to be there to buy their games and support their companies for years to come and make sure that they're around, because God only knows we need more companies like CD Projekt Red and like Devolver Digital and less companies like EA, Activision, and Bethesda. If I can leave you with any one thing, it will be this. As a customer, don't be the boy or the girl who cried wolf. And as a company, don't be the dick bags that try to suck us dry with anti-consumer practices. And don't be surprised that when you do something wrong, or maybe if there's a gray area like this situation with Battlestate Games, people aren't going to side with you because you've proven yourselves to be scumbags. And that does it for today's video. As always, I want to know what you think about all of this. How do you see the game developer and game publisher relations with their players going as we move to the future? Let me know down in the comments below. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter @MetalGearMando. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you in the next video.